Glorious day to you, my friends. Welcome to day number 22 of Shine, Stargate Heart, Illuminate Your Natural Essence, where we will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times, for 108 days. Om Mani Padme Hum is a magical, magical chant. It simply means Om, the primordial sound of the universe. Mani, the jewel or a pearl. Nioro Akashiratata. Padme is the lotus. Nioro Hokuto. And Hum is I am. Niara Akahasiyatiaratata. Usha Ata Atariata. It means a lot of things. Nihara Takasheya. So at its easiest interpretation, Om Mani Padme Hum means I am the jewel of the lotus. And the lotus is coming up through the muck and the mire, up through your central channel, and it represents your enlightenment and your reaching out to all that is. Nihotoro Usha Iskahana Atahari Hitakarierata. Today we are in the Blue Ridge Mountains, Nihurahukutiratata, a little bit away from the sea to mountain trail and the Arahatakarata, and there may be a little traffic noise because the Blue Ridge Parkway is just over there. No huturu ukushkayata, or is it over there? But these trees are amazing, the energy here, and I like this little line of trees there. And during this chanting, we will be using the mala of joy, while we explore our heart center, and Nida Atahara Hatakatatari Sohotorotuku, as we unify and allow it to live more fully in our lives. And when we do that, life becomes magical, and maybe your heart center will reveal some of the superpowers which are inherent in everyone's inner being. But that is not the goal of this. The goal is no goal. The goal is to experience our inner being more fully, or just experience it now. And we're going to do that by simply breathing and focusing our awareness on our breath, on the chant Om Mani Padme Hum, and by allowing the chant to reverberate through our bodies, and allow our heart center to reveal itself to us gently, naturally, with zero effort on our part, with zero focus on that by our part, by simply allowing our breath and the chant to become our awareness, to fully immerse itself in our awareness. Our inner being becomes very present. And this mala of joy is based on Sama Vritti Pranayama. So let me explain. The mala of joy breaks up the 108 beads of a mala into 9 groups of 12, where each of the 9 groups represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba, starting with Vasundhara, the Earth Star Chakra, Muladhara, our root chakra, Svadhisthana, our sacral chakra, Manipura, our solar plexus chakra, Mani, pearl, jewel. Nihiruhutakata. That is our jewel city. Ni iti haratokushka wa asakata. It is the home of our, it's the fire chakra. Nihata aratata. Our heart center. Anahata. Iskonoro utuhurutakata. Our throat chakra. Vishuddha. The third eye. Anya, crown chakra, Sahasrara, Nirodhaka, and the soul star chakra at the top of our Merkaba, Vyapini, Nirahatakasha, Ahitoro Ukushuku Uru, Huka Asananiratata. There are plenty of bugs around, plenty of little distractions. If I want to be distracted, Nihitoro Ukushkananitiaratata. And there is a light rain, which is why I want a little shelter from the utuhuruhishaya, from the rain. Nahatara hakasa atita iskonoro ukuturu usaha tatatirata. And it was raining up on Mount Mitchell, Nahutu urakatiratata, and it's just really gentle at this point. Nihura hakasa atiriara nahatatiraha. No, back to Sama Vritti Pranayama, Niyota Urahuku. That is, equal breath is one way of saying it, where we breathe in for a count of 4, or whatever count you can. If you can only do a count of 2, it is totally okay. Utuhurara naatiyarahasa kashahasa ariarata. So a breath in for 4, a hold for 4, with a full set of lungs. Hold your breath and count for 4. At the beginning, it'll be a little difficult, but you can do it. And on the breath out is the third stage, where we empty the lungs. And then the fourth stage is holding the breath again with no breath in your lungs, okay, for a count of 4. And if we square it, breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold, that is Sama Vritti Pranayama. Sama means same. Vritti is so rich. Check in the description. I have links to Sama Vritti Pranayama. Yeah, Pranayama. Nihurotokashka asahitata. What Sama means, Sama, and Vritti, the etymology, Nihurotoko, so you can see how it's broken down. Vritti is mode, it's the nature of it. It is a way, it's a style. Utur hakasha asana atehari hitukutu. It is based off of RTA, the root, Rita, righteousness, or the right way. Uturuhuku arawahasa akutura na ahasiatia. But that Rita, the righteousness there, is more the righteousness of the heart. The righteousness of unconditional love, the righteousness of non-judgmentalness. It is the righteousness of peace. It's the righteousness of the holy fire, the free will, the righteousness of moksha, freedom. It's the righteousness of trueness, satya. So I just did a blessing, probably uploaded before this video, no utuhura kashiyata tata, where at the top of Mount Mitchell there is a giant compass, and they mark off the 4 directions. So I did a blessing, a gratitude of life, the breath, change, which is also transformation, which is also rebirth. Iskoturu hakashiyata ana hasayata kareta. In the 4 directions, also, and the 4 seasons and the cycles of the moon, they all are the cycles of life, and they represent, or Sama Vritti Pranayama represents them as well. Nito Uruhukutura. And in the Mala of Joy, each chakra, each group of 9 contains 12 beads. And we break up those 12 beads into 4 groups of 3. Where each of the groups, the 4 groups, represents one of the stages of the Samavritti, or the cycles of life. Okay, so we're opening the chakra, we're exciting the chakra. Okay, so opening the chakra is like springtime, it's like breathing in, it's new life, it's the new life after the rebirth, after the transformation. Nihurahuko. You're just breathing in. What is this new life? What is this new energy? Aya katita anati haratata arashata. And then we're exciting the chakra. Okay? We're holding the breath. We're feeling the energy. It's filled up. Noro ukucha awartati de yarana. And we're playing with the energy. We're going, what can we do with this? Nura akashia sasa. And now, after the second stage of it's all of the excitement, we're holding the breath of the full moon. This is the summer, the fullness of life, the fullness of the energy in the chakra. And then we go on to stage 3, the exhale, where we empty out our lungs, which is the fall. We're letting go of life in the final stages of life. We're breathing out the last bit of life. This is the autumn, where we're reaping the benefits of where we're emanating the energy of the chakra. We are emanating the energy of our lifetime to the universe, which is the waning, the waning quarters, or the waning crescent of the moon. And then we get to holding our breath at the bottom of our breath with an empty set of lungs, which represents north, which represents winter, which represents our death. Because if we don't breathe, guess what? Good luck with the life part, with the living in this physicality part. At least at this stage, until we release those superpowers, where we live off the energy in a higher form of existence. It is possible, because everything is possible in this physicality. Just like the quote in the Matrix, do you think that's air you're breathing? But we need to get to that stage. We need to get to that stage of understanding how this energy is working, and how that this air, this breath, is energy in our body, and how that is nourishing our body. Okay, that's why we're dealing with the koshas as well. Anamaya kosha, the food, the physicality, the nourishment from the food. And then we deal with the pranamaya kosha, where we're dealing with the nourishment of the breath and the energy, because prana is both breath and energy. And then we go into the Manomaya. We're at the beginning of entering the Manomaya, where it's focusing our thoughts, and it's the energy of our mind, and us understanding the power of our mind. Later on, we understand the Pranamaya and the energy behind the energy, because we get into the thought forms, and then we get up into the Vyanamaya kosha, which are the higher wisdom, the higher knowing, the higher understanding of the energy, of the nourishment, of the energy, of the power of the mind, and where we become more unlimited. We'll just say more unlimited. And then we reveal that other layer of ourselves in the Ananda Maya kosha, where the illusions of all the rest of yourself go away, and you enter your state, your true, authentic state of pure bliss. Nihoto urukawahasha atiaranahasa akiturwata. But those are all words. Kaheko narawatar hashitka. And the words get in the way of the energetic body understanding. Our inner being understands, but our human mind has very difficult time understanding that. So that's why we meditate, and that's why we chant. That over time we will, as we gently tune our vibration, which is tuning in, tapping in, and turning on, as Abraham Hicks calls it. We're tuning into our inner being. We're tapping into what's that in there, the true essence of it, and then we're turning it on. We're turning on that light bulb, and we're allowing it to live through us, more and more and more fully, naturally, effortlessly. And all these words are getting in the way of experiencing it. That's just background on the mala of joy, and the background of the 4 seasons, the cycles of the moon, the cycles of breath, and whether you see change as transformation or rebirth or interruptions or distractions, it does not matter. Because it is what it is. And without change, so here's the thing, without change there would be no vibration. Without change, there would be only existence. There would only be being, be. And consciousness wanted to expand beyond thunder, beyond what it knew. And the thunder confirms. Huturu uku, kaya, ataharisa, yaya, utu. And the rain sounds like it's starting. And that bug, mosquito, wants a meal. Utuhuru hukutar wata. You can go elsewhere. No hutukurishka. So I invite you to, let's begin the meditation and the chanting. Nihurukatara askatiyarata. I invite you to close your eyes. Nuhuturu hukushkatiyarata. And relax. Atahana atara hakashiuto uruhuna hasasiyata. Whether you lie down or you sit in seated meditation. I ask you to be there with a straight spine so that your chakras align. Niharhasutu urkahanahasi atanari arahahisa arakunoro orhokotora shakawasoko. And let us turn our awareness to our breath. Nohuturu ushawahasasisirata. As we breathe in and we breathe out. And when we breathe in, feel how it feels. And as we exhale, feel how it feels. And as we breathe in, feel our lungs fill up. And as we exhale, feel our lungs exhale. As we continue this cycle and feel how it feels. As we invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us, in every way and everywhere and every when. Creating a safe place for us. To chant, to meditate, and to be. Only allowing in that which is for our highest good and the highest good of all. Another bug. Water is life, my friends. Kaniti irahatekidoto. This one did not get stuck in the soft palate, though. No hutuurohkanahai. Let us focus our awareness on our heart centers. For in our heart centers, It's the home of our holy fire. And our holy fire is the home of our bright light and the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our bright light, increasing that light. And if you have not done so already, I invite you to start the divine flow. Let us take this energy from our heart center and move it up through the chakras. Up through Vishuddha, Nihitoro, Ukutoro, Ushanata, through Anya, through Sahasrara, and through Vyapini, up through the ethers and through the realms, Nihotoro Okashaya Ahana Atirata, and into the highest form of consciousness, No Otohuro Hata, Iskanahata Arahi, Yaya Akatara Naniratata. And in the highest form of consciousness, there is no ego, no Huto Uruhushkatierata, there is no agenda, only unconditional love, Nihutoro Ukuchiarata. It always supports free will, Nihisuku Utohurno, your free will, Nihisa A Akahia Teta, and it is unlimited in power, Nihuso O Hushanati Arihakatuhuru. Ushananoto. Let us bring back more of this pure holy fire. Nihuso Urdakananata. Down through the realms and ethers, Nihitiruskoto Rashaka, through Vyapini, through Sahasrara, through Anya, Vishuddha, and into Anahata, our heart center, mixing the energy thoroughly. Nihurohoka Ashanahasiyarata. Let's ground this energy effectively. Let us take this combined energy down through the chakras, down through Manipura, Svadhisthana, Muladhara, through Vasundhara, and let us grow roots down into Mother Earth. Through Gaia, Natiara Hakatarecha, Pachamama, Niharahaskotoru Hukatar Hashietata. And let us wrap those roots around the heart of Gaia, Nihisuko Uruhuturu Shaka, giving her a great big hug, Nahashi Isa Hakaru Ukunano. And let us bring back her grounded love, Nohuturu Ukushkati Hirata, up through the root system, Nihuru Hukuturu Shkato, through Vasundhara, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, and back into Anahata, our heart center, mixing this energy thoroughly, combining it, Nihurohukotor, unifying it, Hisa Tiara Nahatakarohotoroto. And let us continue this divine flow and allow our inner being to continue it effortlessly, naturally, without focus. No Hoturo Akacha, Asanahatitera, Aratokusha, Arahiskana Atara, Isahaya Atakasha, Isahuna Utohoroto. Breathing in. And on the exhale, with intention, let us push this energy outward through outside of Anahata, outside of our physical bodies, outside of our personal aura, Nihitiria, and personal energies, and out into every aspect of our awareness. And the thunder confirms, Nihurutokuchu, in every way, and everywhere, and every when, Nihijia Arahakatira Tata. Filling up our entire awareness. Nihisa a akahasa atieta. Harihuno uto uruhukasha. Isanati arihitiri aratarnatya. And I invite you to create in your mind's eye, and with the holy fire, a chest, and I ask you to put in this chest all of your worries, all of your thoughts, all of your anger, all of your despair, all of your fears and doubts, your to-do lists, your shopping lists, and then allow your inner being to put in anything that no longer serves or that will not serve in this now. No utohur hata arahakani ha arashahesoko. And let us close the lid on this chest. No hutoru hukochuru huko. It will be there for you at the end of meditation. Nihisa arahaka arakonohoto u shahawi iskanahati aratata. And the process is, we'll begin with Aum. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times using the mala of joy. I will keep count, let you know when the last one is, and also let you know when we move up through the chakras. At the end, we will close out with Aum Nuhuturu Ukushahe Atananati Arahakati Arahaskatati Aratata. Kochuru Usanati Arihatokoro Ushanati Arahaka. Let us breathe in for Aum. Aum. And a breath in to chant, beginning with Vasundhara. Hatiri ha na atahiri ta ataharahukudu uruhavana hahe. Oturu husha atanaheaka atuhuru ushanir nyayahakaturuhu. Huturu hushana atahatita ayakahana ehe. Huturu ukunaha kononoro husu uchahatitaha atahana aheka. Atahaturu hukushahotoro hoka. Arshanahari ahaka artuhusho o huturu unohakaha. Ayahakachihisa artuno o hutu uruhuka. Arhana eti arata. Huturu ukushahana. Atuhuturu ukusha. Isanati arahatitaha. Atoro ukushahoturuhu. Hushanari artuhutu uhuko. Arwahasha aihika. Atuhutu unohuturu. Huturu hukushanahatita harta. Atuhutu unaha. Arihikiaraha. Kananara tatiraha. Koshohono oto. Ushahata ahakaha. Atoanahara utuhuruhuko. Norohoko torahusha. Aritunohoto osha. Aihikiarahano otuhurta. Moving up to Muladhara. Itonohoto raha. Atahana akahasha. Arihikoto oronahara. Ataharahiska. Atuhono otohorohoko. Atuhuro ushahanahatita. Anahasa akiaha. Otohorohoko. Otonorohoko toraha. Achahaha. Aihikiatarina. Atohoto ohokosha. Artanahariti. Artohochoro hukutoro no. Utoro oshahanihia. Atohoko oshanahahe. Atohuto oshae. Achahae kehe. Atohoro hukushanatoro. Utohotoro ukushaha. Aihakanahata araheke. Otoro hukunaha. Atoro ukudora. Hata ahanahasia. Kuruhusu uchanadayata. Hatonono utuhutoro hukatoro. Hushana atiti arahaka ehete. Arahotoro no hotoro. Hushanata arahaka etiri. Hatana arahokoto. Hutotohoro hokatanahaye. Atohoro hutura nahasa itirata. Konahiti arahateyata. Kono utohoro huturu. Ushanahata arhatana. Moving up to Svarstana. Nihitiri hatnahata. Hutoro hukotorana. Atohuru urshanahatiraha. Atohono oto hotoro
Om
hokoto ora.
Mani Padme
Ashanahasa ikiaha. Atara hakaha. Atana otoro
Om
ukusha.
Mani
Isa
Padme
aihiata. Otono noro hokoto oroho. Huchura hutu
Om
nahari.
Mani Padme
Aihikiara naharita. Haturu ukushana haturu. Kuna a.
Om Mani
Atanata
Padme
arashihisa aikoto. Horo kuturu hukuna hatira hakaha. Kanata
Om Mani
ahaka
Padme
ahia. Hotoro ukuno hoto. Arwakashanoro.
Om Mani
Si itiarana
Padme
haturu hoko. Arwahakari nihisahi. Arahusa
Om
aheti
Mani
tiarana.
Padme
Atutu ukuhona. Atuarwa. Arshahanarira.
Om
Arahukuto
Mani
uno hotoro
Padme
hokatara hartina. Hutara aishaya. Haturu hoko.
Om
Utono.
Mani
Utuhorsha.
Padme
Akahoshonoro. Kuno hotu urho kuturaha. Ha
Om
kanahasa
Mani
eti
Padme
tiaraha. Konoro hokotoro hokotoro. Arahokushana
Om
hasiera.
Mani
Hatu
Padme
uhosha. Aya hokotoro no. Moving up to Manipura. Nahaturu
Om
hoko.
Mani
Hushu
Padme
ukuhushia. Nahasa akati tiaraha. Atohonoro hokotoro.
Om Mani Padme
Karahusu uno hotoro hukuchaha. Hatura anahati tahakaha.
Om
Konoro
Mani
utuhoro
Padme
hokoturana. Achahana asahaye. Atohuto uko hoshono
Om
to uro
Mani
hokoto.
Padme
Hushoro hoko. Arihonoro awa. Atanata
Om
ahashashiaraha.
Mani Padme
Huturu ukucha arnaha. Atohuto urkona. Arshanada.
Om Mani
Arahayehiya.
Padme
Ayehokotoro ukona hortoro hoko. Hatu uro hoko turo hoko.
Om Mani
Hushanotoro ho.
Padme
Arwatoro hokoto. Arihoko noro hosha.
Om
Atanahata
Mani
aha.
Padme
Otoro hokuturna. Atanata arhasa akieta.
Om
Otoro
Mani
hoko no.
Padme
Otoro huso. Hunata arahaka atita. Kunonoro
Om
ho
Mani
hushohotoro ho.
Padme
Kanata arahakati daha. Konoro hoko toro hasa.
Om Mani
Haratuhusha
Padme
ayatira nahata. Hokona aha. Isha a akahariata.
Om Mani
Kunanata a
Padme
hakayata anaha. Moving up to anahata. Atihita.
Om
Aturu
Mani
uhusho
Padme
ukohotoro. Karawaso utoro nawa. Ochuhutu utanahatita.
Om Mani
Harashihisa a
Padme
akanahatira. Kotoro ukusho urhuto. Hutona
Om
arihisa.
Mani
Kashu utu
Padme
hurhutura. Kanoro ukuta nahatita. Hatora bahasa.
Om Mani
Artukushana
Padme
niriya. Artuhuna ata arhaha. Hasana ata kashi.
Om Mani
Atuhuto
Padme
urhoka. Hatura wahanaha. Artukushana hatiyaraha.
Om
Awahaka
Mani
a
Padme
anahatiyara. Katuirwa aturuho. Huturu ukushana.
Om
Hatara akasana
Mani
hatitaha.
Padme
Haturu ukusha. Ayahakaturu hukuna. Harihatara hasa.
Om Mani Padme
Arakohonororo. Uturu husana hatita. Hayakotoro utananawata
Om
arhaka.
Mani
Uchoro
Padme
huso uko. Hutora nahasa e. Atahanari hikichiara.
Om Mani Padme
Hutora na aha. Arhiso hotoro hukoto. Hutoro ukunaha.
Om Mani
Shayatatiti
Padme
narata. Artuhusha otoro hukoto. Ushanahati yarata
Om
hayako.
Mani
Ora
Padme
hukunaha. Arahakatirata. Moving up to Vishuddha Nihata Aratukuta.
Om Mani
Na
Padme
Arahisa Aya. Aratukucha Ora Hokotoro Hokoto. Aravatara
Om
Nahasa.
Mani
Ishahaya
Padme
Eki Araha. Otoro Unohoto O Shaha. Haratu una
Om
hortojo.
Mani Padme
Karahusu
Hum.
ukashihisa akaheta. Artonoro ukuturo.
Om Mani
Arukushanoro.
Padme
Huturo
Hum.
hutukura vahanati tiara. Hata arhasha.
Om Mani
Aratukuno ur
Padme
huko ushaha.
Hum.
Aratanihi atara akaheta. Harana
Om
atatiri
Mani
arata.
Padme
Kuranaha wartu.
Hum.
Ushahayaki itiaraha. Huturu
Om
ukunahahi.
Mani
Atuhuna
Padme
arahaturo.
Hum.
Kushahai tiaraha. Artuhunaru shutu.
Om Mani
Utuhuruhukushi.
Padme
Ishaya.
Hum.
Nata ataharahitarata. Hukunono
Om
utuhurta.
Mani Padme
Arahokasha asana.
Hum.
Karahisana aturu. Konanaru
Om
kushahoto.
Mani Padme
Utuhuruhukuto.
Hum.
Urshahana atitiarahana. Arahuko usohoko.
Om Mani Padme
Utuhuruhukusha awati
Hum.
tarihatarana. Otoro ushahaka
Om
isanatiri.
Mani
Aratunoro
Padme
ukuchuru husawa
Hum.
ashikirtoko. Vuvanaptu anya nahatira hakanahati.
Om
Hata
Mani
arhasa
Padme
aha.
Hum.
Horuhukusho urnuhotoroho. Konorohosa.
Om
Arhisa
Mani
ayekia.
Padme
Arahana
Hum.
atarahaka eti. Atiarahakato. Huturu
Om
urnuhotoro.
Mani
Kononoro
Padme
utur.
Hum.
Kanata arhatita. Harihisa
Om
anahaturo.
Mani
Otuhuru
Padme
husoturo.
Hum.
Aruhukutura nutu. Ucha aisoa.
Om
Atanata
Mani
arhaketi.
Padme
Anahasa
Hum.
aiheki charwakoho. Hutono. Ucharaha.
Om Mani
Hatanata
Padme
arahahete.
Hum.
Arahusonoro hukoto. Ushana hatiti araha.
Om
Hasa
Mani
a.
Padme
Ayakatata
Hum.
anahati arta. Huruhuko huko.
Om
Hucha
Mani
wanaharihi.
Padme Hum.
Arahasa ayakatirahana. Arahuso ukoho. Ushaha.
Om Mani
Arihe.
Padme
Arinahoto urakawaha.
Hum.
Utora nahaturuhuko. Karihisono
Om
uruhukoto.
Mani Padme
Hawata
Hum.
arihisa. Arahunorohuko. Arahukuturo.
Om
Shashishanati
Mani
e.
Padme
Narahatara
Hum.
iskaharetitaraha. Nohoro ukotoro huna.
Om
Arahasa
Mani
aihe.
Padme
Narahakatira
Hum.
tahturu hukoto. Moving up to Sahasrara.
Om
Nihertieta.
Mani Padme
Ahahana haekeara.
Hum.
Arahusuto noro ukotoro hosha.
Om
Aihekeaha.
Mani Padme
Haratuto noro
Hum.
hukotoro na. Arshanati arahakaheta.
Om
Aranahata
Mani
arha.
Padme
Utoro.
Hum.
Kurushakawa hasita. Arhana atiti arhanata
Om
karhisa.
Mani Padme
Konono
Hum.
urhukoto. Utanawahara hituruhu.
Om
Gayanahati.
Mani Padme
Arahasanati tiarhana.
Hum.
Utuhurhutu. Armanati.
Om
Asahanahake.
Mani
Ati
Padme
arhakati
Hum.
taharatahatuto. Uchohoto. Norohokotoro
Om
hasanahe.
Mani Padme
Ashahnata
Hum.
atahayatiata. Atonoro urdurshuhu.
Om
Otono
Mani Padme
ushaesi.
Hum.
Ashana arhukoro. Utuhono oto.
Om
Ushahata
Mani
arhaka.
Padme
Arhuka ana.
Hum.
Ati arhakatira. Anahata arhakahe.
Om Mani
Karshanoro
Padme
ukohotoro.
Hum.
Kononor hutudhusha. Hasa
Om
aiheti.
Mani
Ayanahata
Padme
urhukoto.
Hum.
Utawahata arhatiara. Anahata uraha.
Om Mani
Kanahata
Padme
arhata.
Hum.
Koshonoto uruhuko. Moving up to Vyapini. Nihetukuruhusha.
Om Mani
Isanahata
Padme
arhata.
Hum.
Konono utohorto. Huturu hushanahata.
Om
Arihisa
Mani
anahati
Padme
takahaturuhoko.
Hum.
Uruhuko norohuko toroho. Ushawahata
Om Mani
arhatita.
Padme
Anahaka a
Hum.
arashaheti yarta. konahata arahate tieta.
Om Mani
Kusho utu,
Padme
utu
Hum.
urhukutu. Arwasa ukurna a arshahaye.
Om
Noruhututu
Mani
unuhuturaha.
Padme Hum.
Haratahana a arakaheta arahasa.
Om
Arwakono
Mani
oto urukuna.
Padme Hum.
Kononoro ukotoro hukuturana. Arahaka ayesa.
Om
Hatutu
Mani
unuhuturu.
Padme
Atanata
Hum.
ata arihisata. Kona hawatara.
Om
Hutono
Mani
uhusho
Padme
okoto.
Hum.
Harwatoro notoro ukusha. Hutona a
Om
atarisana.
Mani Padme
Atihita anahatitara.
Hum.
Kunono oto hotora hakai.
Om Mani
Anahatita
Padme
arshahayeha.
Hum.
Hukono otonaha. Arwashaheta.
Om
Hukono
Mani
horo oto.
Padme
Ushanati
Hum.
arahakatita. Last one. No hotoro
Om
ukushana hatita.
Mani Padme
Hotoro
Hum.
ukushanaha anahaha. And a breath in for Aum. Aum. Stay here for as long as you like. Kunono to uja hatayar hanahe tara. Sononoro ushahuto ushananiri atianahati araha. Pause the video if you like. Nihiso oto nohotoka. Ishana arahatita ayahakanohoto ushanahesa. When you are ready, Nihorohokushu uruhunutoryukuto. Slowly bring your awareness, Nihorohoku to Yorota. Slowly deepen your breath, Nihiso o Shahayato Korohokutora. Invite in some gentle movements, maybe. Nohura Shahayakiarto. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Nihitiskoto Yorto Kusha Ewasaoto Nyorto. And slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 22, the Master Builder Day, where the subtle energies are embodying Muladhara, where we're just sitting with the energies. We've done all the work with it. We're embodying it. We're saying, we know it. Let's see if you notice. Isa atari, hisonoro, ushahaka atariata. Kashanata ata arta a. Adawa asha ata uru, hushano uru kuturo. Husono uru hukuturu ushana hatiri yaratata. Through this series, Nihitukuru Ushukuturu Tuko, I am encouraging you to find your truth, Nihuturu Hukashagari Arata, in the truth of your inner being, Nirwakaturu Shuko. I draw on the sources of many, many religions and many, many philosophies. Nihuru Ukuchuru Ukuto. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Ni'uruhukuturu Hushikata, the ways of Lakota, Hopi, Haudenosaunee, where I'm from originally, Cherokee, ni isa atu uruhuku, Aborigine, ni isa atu shukoto uruhuku shanata titi, and the star beings, ni isa atira tuko, as well as the Vedas. No hutu uru shukoto uruhukoto. And I mean no disrespect if I use a reference the way that you don't use it. Nohuturu ukushkawa ta'arehakutul. And I thoroughly understand that if you are in your groove of your way, nihituruyutu, you see it as the truth, nihitikarabasakata, instead of seeing it as that it contains truth. Nohuturu ukushkawa, kashananiriyaratata. And by closing your mind to the possibilities of everything else, you are closing your mind to the possibilities of all that is. Your inner being knows the truth of who you are, and knows the truth of all that is. And that is all that I'm encouraging. And hopefully you see it. And if you're still with me, I know that you see it that way, and you are open to seeing it that way. No hutu urahana iti hatara akanati arhakatorako. That is what Namaste is all about. That your inner being is light, and that I'm choosing to see it. I am hoping to see it. On the outset of using Namaste, I am hoping to see the light inside you, and I'm hoping to see the light inside me. I know it's in there somewhere, and I know it's in there somewhere. And by saying it, I am practicing it. And that is the first steps of the law of attraction, and that is what Abraham Hicks talks about. If you don't see it in them and you want to see it in them, start saying that you see it in them. Use your mind to see it in them. And then it must show up by law. And it's the same as in here. By saying that you see the light in you, that you believe the light is in you, by law it must show up. Nihutoro ukoshna atihisa atawarhaka anaha. Anaha. The nourishment of your breath out. Nihata arihaka, the nourishment of your breath. Wahe was in there, ni orotoko, your greatness, nihatar arkanahasa atitata, your great teacher of your inner being. That's all that yoga is teaching, is to find the path of your freedom, your moksha, and your samadhi, your unity with all that is, your unity of whatever you think needs to be unified. Because that is the peace, the shanti, that is the moksha, the freedom, the liberation. Itohonoro ushahayaki atanahati arata. And only then can you thoroughly know and understand the truth that I am that, and that you are, that is me. Nihiso oko utohuruichi, and that the one is the all, and the all is the one. And then you can understand the everything is here and now, and then you can understand that what you send out is what you get back. And that you can understand that you exist. That is the first law. You exist. And it is impossible for you to not exist. And the last law is that change happens. Everything changes except the first four laws. It can't change that you exist. It can't change that what you send out to the universe is what you get back. You can't change that the all is the one and the one is the all. Hutoda ukushana araharskati itiarta. But change changes. Nihisugota oro. Change is never the same. Huta Ahikinana Araharska. I got bit several times. Niti Artahana Atakaskata. That will never change. Nihitoro Okushohorugaha. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. Nihitukuru Ushiatiarananeata. Well done on day number 22, the Master Builder. Nihoro Okacha Arakanearatata. Shine on, my friends. Nihuroto Urshkanasi Itirnotoko. And make it a great day. Nihikachari Asana Aturu Ukushaniata. Because why would you leave it up to anyone else? Nihusoto Usha Ayakitiri. Ni sigari harta kanahata atiarataha.